Now we're farming. Now we're farming. Even Sandy's impressed. They can't even do the shoelaces up. Yeah. It's hopeless. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Get the video out.
Yes. 23rd of October, Father's birthday. Just set the bean drill now onto wheat, changed it to the duet coulters, which is a Horsch coulter. Kieran sprayed these fields already, so we're now going to crack on. So the slightly wetter fields, we're going to put this unit in. Graham's just come down, got moved to Serto from Lincolnshire, so he's now going to start here. The duet, plenty of soil moving around the legs. Burying the seed. Good seed to soil contact. Nice seed bed. It is nice land here though, which does make a difference. Probably wouldn't go very well with the power harrow though. I've spent a lot of time in this one field with the power harrow in my time. I'm blocking it constantly, especially as you get further over there. So now we've got three wet weather drills running. Now we've finished the beans, converted the bean drill into wheat. It may only be a relatively small setup into comparison to what else we run, but actually I think it's just going to plod on, and it's amazing, nibble what you get done just by nibbling away. So this is Chris on the tractor here. Henry's had to go back to being an agronomist, but Chris's father, interestingly, I met back in about I think it was in the 2000s in Hungary on the farm I worked on with Andrew Hunter back in the 1997 or something. Chris's father James Hinsby went and worked there for quite a few years. In fact, he was there as a small child, he was telling me, him and his brother. And so, sign of my age. But suddenly the children who were perhaps not even conceived at that point are now coming to give us a hand for a few months. I remember going out to see his father, who's on a big Beulah tractor, like a Steiger, but on big wheels. And they were cultivating and drilling over there at that point. This is good, I'm pleased with this. This looks well. And here's Graham behind us coming around the headland. Yeah, Serto's making a nice job. Not leaving the wheelings. A little bit there where the tine's a bit aggressive, but that's nice. Different type of machines, different feet. This has gone down nice and crummy now. They're going to drill the headlands first, which is what we wouldn't typically do, but just a bit worried about the turning. And then we've got the third one in here. I just want to change the aggressiveness of the tines at the back. We've lost a pin there. And because it drags a bit more soil, and I think it will just create a better finish on the top. And hopefully just bury a little bit of the wheeling. So I'm just going to put it to the extreme and then work backwards, as opposed to going the opposite way. I think once they get going, they'll fly. The problem is, every time you go to a different field or you go to different land type, you've got to set the drills up again, because they're just all the time different depths, etc. You've just got to get the depth right. If you bury the grain too deep, then it won't come up. If you bury it too shallow, the preem will kill it. October drilling. Not a fan. I think you need balls of steel to drill in October, or not that much to drill, so you can pick your days. once these guys get going, we could start knocking out just these 3 drills, 200 hectares a day, get the other one back. You start to see 250, 300 hectares a day, not acres or hectares. Now, then you start flying. 2 days, 600, 3 days, 900. So, I mean, at worst, Sandy will just drop the wet weather drill, put the Serto on if it comes dry enough. He'll run with the 2 Sertos, and then Glyn with the 12-metre wet weather drill when he gets links finished, and then we'll go start picking off the fields which are dry now, and we'll make a nice smart job. Actually, this is looking good. Apart from where the wheeling is, the rest of it's perfect. You know, it's still growing the wheeling. I think and I know this is a bit tricky, this bottom headland. You can see here where the sprayer is always a really good indication. So the sprayer's run, and it's quite deep. You've probably got 3-4 inches of depth there. That's an indication for its stickier, wetter land just down here. So never the best place to set a drill up. But if we get this done, nice lightweight setup. I wouldn't want to be bringing a sprinter in here, because that's a sure way of getting stuck and making a right old Horlicks. We mould drained this field this year, so that might improve things. You can see where the dark green black grass areas are. When you look across, there's patches. If you turn around, Tom, and have a look, please. Take your time. There you go, big green patch there. That's where it's traditionally sat wet, and that's what blackgrass likes, is poor pH and good wet, boggy marshland. It's almost like a marsh weed, so that's a good indication. You know it's wet there. There's another one up there. I know there's a couple more over there, and there's Freddie down there on the JCB with the hopper, waiting to fill whichever drill calls him first. Right, now he's going. Now we're farming. Now we're farming. Even Sandy's impressed. Crack on. Now we're farming. Oh, I'm pleased with that. I is pleased with that. Good. Now we'll get on. Got Freddie and Raymond both doing seed. So got Simon waiting to go on seed if we need him out the workshop. All hands to the deck. The only hand that isn't going to be here will be me, unfortunately, which is frustrating. Frustrating. That's why that's blocked up, because you can see there this black grass. It's all grown in these tufty bits like we were having elsewhere, and it's so important. But whatever job you're doing in farming, you're doing something for somebody else to follow. So you have to spend the extra time on cultivations to get it right, because you'll soon know about it if you're the drillman. It wants burying, so you've got to cultivate it to bury it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's ideal. That is ideal. Now we're cooking on gas. I do love the 12-metre version though we got, because obviously it's twice the width. This could be an 8-metre, but I've narrowed it up for controlled traffic. But that's why the differences of the 12. You've only obviously got one set of wheelings every 12, as opposed to 2 sets of wheelings now, being a 6. Now we're on it. Now we're going to crack on. This is Caruso. This is Caruso at 200 kilograms a hectare. Oh, what's hidden there? A bit of gold. Cool. The hell is that? That's a random piece. It's not full of anything important though. Crumbs. It's an interesting. I wonder what that looks like. A bearing housing. So we've been drilling Skyfall up to now, so we've stopped drilling the Skyfall apart from Lincolnshire. So down here we're concentrating on Caruso. The reason is Skyfall is bred to be drilled later. So we want to get the Caruso in the ground now, which is a milling wheat. Disastrous yield in comparison to the Skyfall last year, but my first year growing it. But most of my friends who grow it, they've got on really well with it for quite a long time, so we're giving it a second try. And we want to get that in now. This is probably ideal conditions for it, as in terms of timing. And then we'll go back to the Skyfall. The other reason for growing it was I had the farm safe seed. So I grew C2 last year, and now I farm saved it, so I've had plenty of seed to go at. So I think that's also, was a motivation. Our seed bill, if we were starting to buy seeds, is hundreds of thousands. So Gordon and Steve in the grain store, they've been making the seed up for us. And the beauty of that is we can then put on as little as much as we want to, according to the timing. I mean, what you have had, because we got rained off, we've had an amazing shit. I know somebody put on there, challenged me to not talk about blackgrass, and then they replied the next time we managed it. But the thing is, that blackgrass for us is a big focus at this time of year with drilling, and that overcompetes with the wheat or whatever it is you're drilling, and then it drags the yield down and even can actually physically pull the crop to the floor because it gets over competitive, soaks up all the nutrients, all the nitrogen, etc., stars the crop, start to lose 30%, 50% yield. That's why it's actually such a big focus now of East Anglia farms in particular, because that's predominantly where it is. I know people who are getting it down in Kent now, and they're starting to get it up further up north, but predominantly it's been an East Anglia problem all of my career. I think it was less of an issue when we had IPU, personally. I think it's become, since they took IPU away, I think it's become a bigger issue. And, that's typically why a lot of people talk about drilling later. They get this to clean the farms, whatever. But the very fact is that the September drilling, if the optimum time for a wheat plant is about the 20th of September, 25th, that sort of period. And that's your maximum yield capability. So the weeks after that, the later you are, the lower the yield. And you can't get away from that. That is a curve. So the later you go, yes, you might be solving some blackgrass issues, but you're starting losing yield. And the later you go, the less the yield. So that's why we're in a bit of a panic. We want to try and get 10 tonne plus crops. We don't want to be getting 8 tonne, 2 tonne a hectare. If it's £250 tonne, £500 a hectare. That's enormous. That is a massive difference. I mean, in a lot of sense, that's the rent if you're renting land. So just to put it in perspective, that's the difference. That's why I'm so keen to drill early and then create a rotation to try and deal with that, as opposed to be drilling. I mean, the cost in staff and everything else from drilling this time of year, slower, it gets dark early, you do less, it's more touch and go, you're losing yield. It's a costly way to carry on. Somebody made a point, well, you've been in business 20 years, surely you can have a lot of wet weather drills. Well, I would have said the fact I got that, and I got a 12, I'd have said we're actually pretty well catered for in that sense. It's just that we're catered for drilling, and we wanted to be finished by the 5th of October, and I think any farmer would have said that you're going to have no problem drilling between the beginning of September and the beginning of October, because as a rule that would be normal. What we've suffered with 240 mil of rain, almost in one go or 1 week, is extreme. It's just extreme. There's no other word for it. And farming with extremes, currently with no support, I can't see that currently farming at the current prices long term could put up with this if this happened year after year. I suppose it could adapt, go buy a whole load of wet weather drills, get rid of all the big 180 grand drills, go buy all these type of setups, perhaps have more of them. That's one way of doing it. Am I brave enough to do it just yet? Probably not. There is an element of an argument that actually in sitting back when we get finished, actually it might not be the stupidest idea ever. there are also some of the drills we run, you can run them on the back of these tractors and then keep the front hopper. So maybe we go more towards that system where we go to the front hopper and then we go for the power combination back, and then we go for these, and then we go for the big 12 meters. So we have a more of an interchangeable drilling system, staying with the original tractor and original front hopper. Maybe that's actually the better route to go down. I could see how I'd adapt that route. But if you get these Sertos running, the big Sprinter running, you can fly. Probably double the output, because you've got 5 ton of seed on board as opposed to carrying just 2 ton. Or less in some cases. Some of these hoppers only hold 1.5. So they have to fill up more often. But that's why we get these to do the smaller fields, because actually they do a field, get filled up, go do a next smaller field. This is good to see. So what day is it today? Wednesday. So we're on day 3 now. So got all the posts in, and it's been built in 2 halves. So he's now on the second roof, apex going up, and he's obviously working back on himself. Then he's going to get the company to come in and they net the entire frame. So when the people come in to put the roof on and they fall for whatever reason, then they land in the net and they're saved, as opposed to falling 12 meters onto the floor. So yeah, it gets this frame on now, and then second stage, and then the roof on, and then start putting the panels in. Then they'll start cladding it. So this is going to look quite different, I think, in 10 days' time. He's doing a good job. What do we think, Simon? Look at that number plate.
Yeah, it is.
This is like this is the machine I could never afford as a young man.
Really?
When I was at college, there was one guy and he had the Mark 1 Hilux, and it was so cool. And we all had 25-year-old cars which were rotting. I had a 1.3 litre Golf X-Reg, 1982 it was. Of course, those cars in those days rotted, didn't they?
Yeah.
So just to put some clarity on this, Joe Forrester, who has been communicating me from watching the YouTube, said, I've got just the tool for you, James. He sent me a message, sent me some videos of it through WhatsApp. And he said, you can try it, see how you get on. And he brought it up here this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him. I was having my holiday haircut, so I didn't get the white line.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I've had that instruction.
Have you?
Yes.
Is that right? And he's dropped it off this morning, and we're going to go and try Slug Pelleting it shortly, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's wide tyres on a Hilux, diesel, turbo diesel.
Yes.
32 metre spread, so we're going to run at 24, stay on our CTF wheelings. And it's supposed to be, instead of a quad bike. I quite like the idea, because I'm terrified about quad bikes getting stolen and all that sort of thing. Yeah. And effectively the level of training, helmets, etc. So the concept of this is good.
Accidents and quad bikes.
And it does road speed of 50 miles, 60 miles an hour. And it's actually MOT'd, so it's it's road legal in its current format. So you could drive to Lincolnshire in it to go slug pelleting, carry some bags in the back. And he built this 15 years ago. I don't know about the colour though.
No, we've got to change the colour.
That's who's going to paint it?
Yeah. Well, I think the driver of today is the nominated spray man.
Is he the spray man?
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's Raimondo.
It'd look good in green, wouldn't it?
It would. PX.
So yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on. See if it does creep across the field without making a mess.
It's solid underneath.
Yeah, you put it up on the ramp, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it's good underneath.
Yeah, very good.
All wax oiled in good order. I was expecting it was going to be fairly rotten. We got one Hilux that somebody we reckon was using it to back in a boat in the sea. Because when you look underneath, it's not very. You had to rebuild it, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to
or
weld it.
You and Raymond had to rebuild it.
Yeah, several welding jobs on the first MOT.
Yeah.
That's got about a 6-inch lift, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's high. Have you tried to get in it yet?
Yes.
Right, so I'll do it from this side because it's not very. Oh, I've locked it. It's not very ladylike, because when you go in the other side, the steering column's almost in the way and you have to get your leg in. But you wouldn't want to do it twice.
We've got to see you
bash your knee.
You could get 250 quid.
Come on then, Simon's going to, come on then, get your leg up. Go on. You need a step, Simon.
Oh, no.
Right, are you in?
Yeah, your turn.
No, that's all right. Yeah. You're all right once you're in. That's a long way, isn't it?
Stanner stair lift.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mean.
It's good. We like the Hilux though, don't we?
Yeah, good.
You can fix a Hilux.
Yeah. Especially this age,
And
simple.
it's even got Trimble steering.
Trimble's, oh.
Not you have to turn it manually, but it's got the screen up there and it tells you where to go.
I fired it up earlier. I was surprised how I've never used it. And it's
Do
really
you see
easy
do you see it's a push button?
Yeah, start push button. Yeah.
Were they like that then, or was that an add-on?
No, that's a different ignition.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's an ordinary type key.
Oh, that's a tractor key.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I've changed it to push
Go
button.
on then, let's throw her up. Sounds all right, doesn't it? It's got 2 alternators to keep the Pelleter running.
Yeah, 2 big batteries, 2 alternators.
Yeah. Somebody rang me up today to offer me a quad bike at a very reasonable price. And I sent him a picture of this and said, I'm just trying this out. And he thinks it's very Dukes of Hazzard of me.
Certainly that. Certainly that.
Oh.
But it's loaded now, so that
Oh, is it?
sits well.
Oh, that's full.
Both are full up.
Oh, that's ready to go.
And a bag in the back.
Okay, couple of bags.
2 bags in the back.
Oh, good. You had a drive, didn't you?
I did go all well in it.
How'd you get on?
Yeah, it's all right. It pulls you about when you brake.
Well,
on the
we'll do,
lumps,
innit?
But yeah. Just take
I know it's not fast, but it's good, isn't it?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Drives all right.
Yeah.
Something to get used to, but that's all right.
Yeah. Has Raymond got in it yet?
No. Oh, he got in the passenger side and huffed and puffed a bit, as you can imagine.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
You get the video out for
Yes. And the only reason you didn't have it working is because you was too worried about the fact that A, you're not man enough to take the bet, and under pressure. Well, no, it's going up now, 20 grand.
I haven't got 20 grand.
Well, you got a car. I'll take your car then. You want to be Mr. Billy Big Bollocks? Let's throw a proper bet then. Huh? Somebody once did that with me. They bet me like £25,000 on something. I knew I was right. I told them I stood on the Danube and it was frozen. And I stood on it and the other side was Romania. And I was, no, not Romania, so Ukraine. And I was in Romania. And he said, no, that's not true. I bet you £25,000. Anyway, I hadn't got £25,000, so I daren't bet him. So anyway, I declined. And then he went and got his encyclopedia, got it out. And where I was stood, he said, you were right. And yeah, but I hadn't got the...
Wait, could you not check on your phone? Hang on, how long ago was this?
Oh yeah, you know, these are back in the day. These are back in the day stories. Check on your phone.
Come on, then, Tom, let's see you get in.
Right,
Your long legs. Oh, he's locked, isn't he?
I won't fit.
Oh no, he'll be all right because
Very
he's
long
got
legs.
look, he's got legs all over the place. Look,
Straight.
it's just
I can't get on the steering wheel.
yes, you can.
No, I really
Get your leg under there, man.
It's got to be
How do women find men like you attractive? Get your leg under.
the steering wheel.
Get your leg under it. There you go. Oh, it's hopeless. There's no chance for us in the future. This is where we are now. This is the world we're in. If there's a war, literally, Pete, they're going to have to send all of us. Because they can't even do their shoelaces up.
Yeah,
It's hopeless.
should be a morning beasting every morning out there on a line. I'll take it tomorrow if you like. A good old-fashioned beasting.
Oh dear.
Nation.
Right, Pete, this
Go on.
wheelbarrow. I want to talk about this wheelbarrow.
Okay.
The Spalding's wheelbarrow.
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah. The wheelbarrow.
the wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
Where is it?
I'm not at liberty to
So
say.
come on, where is it? So Simon's tipped me off.
You mean to tell me my supposedly best buddy on the farm has grassed me up?
Yeah, come on. Is it where I think it is?
I'll tell you where it is. I will change the location after this.
Yeah. Now, rumour has it you're dragging this wheelbarrow up the stairs,
There's no rumour.
right?
Come this way. This is the mezzanine of dreams, okay?
Right. So, just to be clear,
Yeah,
you put a chain on it.
correct.
And you padlocked it.
Yep.
Now, I'm assuming that is a key that you have, and that's not a generic key.
No, that's a key that no one.
Have you purchased this padlock?
I'm not at liberty to say where everything's come from.
So, to stop anyone taking your wheelbarrow, you've chained it to the building.
Yep. Well, it was
Do you
that.
think that I'd be able to get NFU to give me a discount on the insurance?
There were two options. It was that or a padlock.
So you went with the padlock?
Well, I worked. Basically, I did a full business case.
Yes.
I've worked here for what, 18, 19 years?
Yes, if not 20.
And it's come to locking up my wheelbarrow,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's the sum total of my experience here.
So you leave the fuel.
I don't care about the fuel.
Yeah, we just care about the wheelbarrow.
I'm very possessive about. For the tape, I am very.
So you drag it up the stairs.
Yep, every day.
And take it back down.
I've even washed it, pressure washed it.
Yeah. And who's put these on?
Me, mezzanine of dreams.
Is it?
See, again, look.
Yes, it's very tidy. It's
The
very
reason
impressive.
being, if somebody's taken something, I know straight away.
So when you go on holiday, are you leaving the key behind?
I'm going to put it in the boot of the car and I'm going to take it home. It's never going to leave me.
I bet Spaldings haven't got a single wheelbarrow in the country that's been as well loved as that.
Obviously, what the problem now is that now you've obviously,
Identified.
yeah, my supposed friend here.
Oh, yes, well, I'll leave you to discuss that with him when I'm
he'll
gone.
have it tied up to a rafter or something stupid. When I
Yeah,
come in.
as a young boy, I used to put a rope through a rafter and they used to tie their thermos flasks up
Yeah.
to the roof. So that when they used to come in to find them, they'd be up there.
So we're just here down at Great Everston. We've currently got 3 drills running, myself on the 6 metre finer. We've got the Grange 6 metre drill running as well, and Graham and his Serto. We're getting on really well, getting all the wheat blocks mopped up. We got Ely finished last night. We're currently at Great Everston just now, and we should have that mopped up this evening. Glyn and Michael are bringing the 2 12 metre drills back from Lincolnshire today to hopefully get a bit more drill, get a few more drills in the ground and try and get the blocks done. James has left us all to our own devices. He's away on holiday and nothing is broken yet, which is very good, so hopefully it stays that way. Getting on fine, but unfortunately he did not leave me his Amex card, so there'll be no spending getting done whilst he's away. Other than that, no, everything's going really well. So we'd just like to thank everybody for the comments. We're definitely thinking and putting our thinking hats on about this name for the new big shed. Hopefully we'll come up with one soon, and we'll try and answer as many comments as we can when James gets back. So don't worry everybody, your comments will be getting answered.